spoilers. Let's move. Come on, move!
I've been a fan for this long. I'm not gonna look ugly at Lovestruck's funeral. Well, hello everybody. My name is Salamander, and I'm pretty sure most of us know the news by now, but for those who don't, a few days ago Voltage USA announced that due to financial reasons, Lovestruck will be shutting down. The last release will be on January 7th. The app will be removed from the App Store and all app stores on January 24th. And the servers will be shut down on March 31st. So, yeah, kind of unfortunate. So, I have been a critic of Voltage and Lovestruck over the years, but I want to make it clear that I didn't want this to happen. All of my critiques were made wholeheartedly out of love for Lovestruck and its stories, and of course this is a huge blow to visual novel and otome fans, especially those looking for queer romance stories. It is a big blow, and it sucks because this is not the first time this has happened. So, what do we do now? What can we do? Well, firstly, I don't mean to be a Debbie Downer at all, but it seems pretty unlikely that there's anything we can do to prevent the app's deletion at this point in time. So what should we do with the remaining 4 months? Well, my suggestion, go read all of the routes that you were putting off reading. I feel like within 4 months you could probably read a few routes and get all the recordings that you need. I highly suggest recording the routes. There's a huge fear of losing content. I know nobody wants Lovestruck to become lost media. That would totally suck. But I can assure you, just based off of what I can see, I don't think that's going to be a problem. I mean, people have been recording these routes since way before we thought this was going to happen. I mean, the fact that they charge a ticket every single time you want to reread an episode, yeah, a lot of people record because they don't want to do that. So when March rolls around and the app does get deleted, there are still going to be people who have a bunch of routes just recorded and saved. So I'm pretty sure by the end of things, we'll be able to come together and have the vast majority of the content preserved. Maybe we'll lose some flavor text here and there, maybe a heart scene or two from the more, disliked series, but I think for the most part we're gonna be good as far as content. It may be a little scarce at first before it gets properly compiled by archivists, but don't worry too much. I mean, I know it's a very nerve-wracking thing. Lovestruck means a lot to me, and it means a lot to a lot of people. So don't feel bad if you're really worried about it and you're freaking out. I'm just saying this to kind of assure you that you're probably going to be able to find your favorite routes after all is said and done. Make sure you record what you need to and don't delete anything because stuff can get taken down. Voltage has always kind of been very trigger happy with taking down things and enacting their copyright. So just be careful. Don't be too public if you're sharing your stuff around. So I also do want to just say some of my own thoughts. I mean, I don't feel like this is a big surprise. This kind of thing has happened before. Voltage USA has deleted apps before. This wasn't the most out of left field thing to happen. I mean, after the writer's strike, things kind of spiraled and went downhill from there. And it went kind of fast. I'm surprised it happened now, considering they just announced a new Raining Passions route and a continuation on Aurora and Chance's routes. Like, that's kind of, it just feels like weird timing. So now, for those who maybe don't know who I am, I'm Salamander. I've been making Lovestruck videos since early 2018. I started off just kind of shit posting about how I didn't like the Witch Queen. And a lot of it was like kind of in a very joking tone, but some of it was serious critique. But after that, I kept making videos because it was a fun little hobby. And eventually, Voltage actually took my videos down and that sucked. I have still kind of been making content, but very quietly. But for anybody who's curious to see if I'm gonna keep trying to make Lovestruck videos after this, yes, that is the plan. I want to at least finish all of my planned wife review videos. Hopefully this whole situation can end up being a teaching moment for other smaller companies, or creators even, just groups that do this kind of thing, and how you should and should not interact with your fans. Because let's be frank, this was probably very avoidable. I'm not going to say anything 100% because I don't know what a different timeline where this did not happen, what that would look like. But I'm pretty sure if they had just been more transparent and more communicative with their fans, this probably would not have happened, or at least it wouldn't have happened so quickly. It probably would have been a much slower death. And listen, Lovestruck was not the perfect app. It was not free from criticism. There were a lot of really weird things, or really kind of yikes things that happened, like the mistreatment of POC male love interests. It's pretty, like, Irving got done so dirty. and Zeke, we never got a Zeke route.
I'm still pissed about that. I will take that to my grave, that we deserved a Zeke route, and we didn't even get it. I mean, yes, I wanted Bat just as much as everybody else, but I didn't necessarily want her to get, like, 9 seasons and us not get a single Zeke season. We got, like, a short, and that's not enough, because Zeke was love interest material. Also, I'm just gonna, while I'm on a tangent, can I just say that I heard a rumor, no way to confirm this, but I heard a rumor that the Raining Passions route that was going to be released was not Rule, like we all assumed. People are saying, allegedly, that it was Quince? Who wants Quince over Rule? Like, I understand, okay? Like, I get it. There's a lot of female love interests in Raining Passions. But there's no denying that Rule is probably way more wanted and desired by the fan base than Quince. Like,
that's the thing. I think at this point, we've come to the end where a big portion of the fan base is just queer. So, yeah, those routes perform really well. So if that is true, and the love interest was actually supposed to be Quinn's, I mean, that just says everything. That they just didn't know what their fans wanted. And honestly, I think that's partially it. Because I don't think anybody asked for new Chance and Aurora routes. Like, it was just very weird decisions at the end. I think the biggest just loss of this is that we did not get a full second route for Nova, because I've been very vocal in various places about how much I felt like the end of her route, like the last few seasons of her route, was really not that great. So I was super excited when they started releasing new Nova episodes, and I was like, whoa, we're finally gonna get like a good Nova route. But no, we got 2 seasons, and I haven't read them yet. I was too busy reading Aurora's, which, it's okay. I'm not that disappointed that we're not going to have that expanded upon, to be really honest with you. Anyways, yeah, this was a really crappy Christmas present, Voltage.
Also, yeah, we all noticed that you decided to turn off all of your comments on your social media because of the break, the winter break, the Christmas break, and then this happened, and you, like, took your sweet time to tell us, like, straight up, like, an actual announcement. It's just, this is a very weird situation. It felt very unprofessional, to be fair. And I'm not going to blame anybody directly.
I don't think that the people who cared about Lovestruck meant for it to happen this way. I'm pretty sure it's out of their control. It was probably the control of people who didn't really care about Lovestruck and only saw it as something to make money. Which, I get it. Voltage is a company, but that doesn't mean we can't be disappointed that this happened. Oh my god. Can't sit crisscross applesauce forever, it just hurts. Well, I've been Rin Salamander, and I hope everybody has a nice 2022. I wonder what will happen with Voltage in general in 2022. I'm curious to see.
Well, maybe it's just because you're ugly.
Still warning Kelly sleeping on the couch.
I know.
And he's in his underwear.
What? People have been recording routes for years. recording this on New Year's Eve was a really bad idea.